Hello, I am Mantastic and Fantastic, and today I'm going to be talking about why you should be farming your Kingtans and the extra latent slot Tamadra in the upcoming event that's coming to North America and EU. So, this Monster Bootcamp event basically features several new things that we never have actually seen before in North America / EU that are actually worth pursuing, and also having a little quick video / write-up alongside of it to basically remind you or encourage you to actually pursue the featured or highlighted aspects of the boot camp. So, first things first, Kingtans are a source or currency to a certain extent that you can use to help skill up your monsters. Essentially, you have a Kingtan, which is formed by 6 same color tans that are evolved together, and you're able to guarantee skill ups when fed appropriate fodder monsters. So that means any card that has a skill up monster that you can acquire relatively easily, it's best to use Kingtans on them, because Kingtans are easy to acquire. You acquire the drops, you make the Kingtan, and then you just basically fuse those skill up monsters and you guarantee yourself 4 for 4 skill ups. Now, presently speaking, with co-op, basically everything's going to be done from a co-op perspective for stamina, but in co-op and in Tan Infestation, there are 4 floors and you get 4 random colored tans. They're not necessarily the same colors, they could be random colors, and they usually end up dropping in the distribution that is actually least beneficial for yourself. So, it does obviously cost quite a bit of stamina to actually form the actual Kingtan, because you need to have 6 of the same colored ones. So it is still a relatively efficient medium for especially those players who don't have ways to farm arena effectively for those pies, which do guarantee a skill up for their corresponding color. Now, for myself at least, I actually don't play Tan Infestation unless I need to dump my stamina before a rank up or going to bed or something along those lines. I had excess stamina, I need to dump it quickly. Otherwise, I wouldn't actually play Tan Infestation, because it's not very efficient, because you don't get the colors you want, you don't get any rank experience, you don't get any gold, you don't get any plus eggs. So, how are the Kingtans going to be working in the Monster Bootcamp event? So, in or during the Monster Bootcamp event, Kingtans will be featured in guaranteed spawn in various Descend dungeons. And Descends are quite easy to actually clear, and they also cost 25 stamina in co-op. So we're paying the same amount of stamina as Tan Infestation, except we're guaranteeing a Kingtan to drop. And a Kingtan is equivalent to 6 little tans. Therefore, these Descends are actually 50% more efficient overall to run, plus they actually guarantee you the color you're actually hunting for. So this is actually a tremendously powerful event, and I actually would be willing to spend my stamina here, because again, it's the colors I need, because I'm usually only needing 2 colors of tans, generally light and wood, because of my Arthurians and Zeus Dioses. They were very demanding for the tans they required, and this event will allow me to snipe very efficiently the wood and light Kingtans for myself. Obviously, for your own situation, you may need different colors, so obviously play on different days. But from the current list that's available, I would honestly recommend all players who have not made 3 max skilled Zeus Dioses to actually play Zeus Dios Descended, because Zeus Dios Descended will award you obviously a Zeus Dios, but it will also give you a King Wood Tan, and you need those King Wood Tans to skill up the Zeus Dioses you get. So you're actually knocking out 2 birds with 1 magic stone, and this is actually pretty amazing for the most part, and I would actually encourage players to play this, and for myself, I probably would be playing on the days that have the wood and light tans. Now, extra latent slot Tamadras. So, extra latent slot Tamadras are basically a way for you to add or expand 1 latent slot on your favorite card. However, the drawback is you need to obviously acquire the Tamadra, which is somewhat rare, but you also have to sacrifice a plus 297 at the same time. And for the average player, it's very painful to sacrifice a 297 to a single monster. You're very unlikely to have so many 297 fodders lying around, because you don't actually have pad radar available in North America EU, which apparently spits out 297s like there's no tomorrow. So we have it a little tougher, and because of that, these extra latent slot Tamadras might often be sold for 10,000 monster points. So, for perspective, how valuable is 10,000 monster points? So, outside of special events and gift dungeons, it will take 20 clears of Arena 2 or 3, or 3-player Arena, or 20 clears of Rogue Descends to acquire 10,000 monster points if you just sell the pre-draws. And that's a lot of gameplay. And if you're doing this in co-op, it's 500 stamina for rogues and 1,000 stamina for arena to get these 10,000 monster points. And every day we have 480 natural stamina. So in theory, you could farm 10,000 monster points every single day, ignoring rank ups, with your natural stamina. So that is nice and all, but with Cosmic Trinity, they actually are a very high invade rate. And it's about a 2/3 rate from my sources that I've gathered from various JP players and those in the know. So it is actually a very efficient way, stamina-wise, to acquire monster points at a very fast rate, because in theory, if you have very strong Cosmic Trinity setups, you can actually farm the dungeon very quickly, because this the Latent Tamadras spawns on floor 2, so you know basically right away whether or not the run should continue or you should just quit and retry. Obviously, some players want to continue for the drops at the end, but for 99 stamina, you are able to get 10,000 monster points, so this could be potentially 5 times more efficient stamina-wise compared to even rogue descent farming, and it would be significantly faster if you have those beautiful setups. So for myself, I actually have my own Cosmic Trinity kind of carry set up for myself. I use Dark Metatrons. It works well for myself. There are obviously a lot of sexier options out there. A lot of people have like these flashy Anubis teams. People have like, say, 7x6 coordinations. They may use Yogg because Yogg is just silly strong. So there are a lot of different ways you can farm Cosmic Trinity, because we do have follow-up attack awakenings now, and that means you're able to actually cheese your way through the blue spawn at the very end, because you basically have this resolve killer and he's not a threat anymore. So in conclusion, this monster bootcamp event is actually very exciting, because we have the most stamina efficient mediums barring gift dungeons to acquire Kingtans as well as monster points. Now obviously it's a matter of being able to play and beat those dungeons, but if you have the capacity to do so, I highly encourage you to spend your stamina there during this event. Let me know what you think about the Monster Bootcamp in the comments below. Hopefully you all have a mantastic day, and happy puzzling. Bye.